Today's lesson is going to be on volume. Let me go ahead and get my slideshow up and ready. You will need a pencil and a paper. You'll have some practice problems in today's lesson, so you can get your math learning log, learning journal out if you want to do that, or you can just get a scratch sheet of paper. Okay? Today's focus is going to be on volume. We're going to find the volume of a 3D shape. We're going to discuss the volume, the meaning of volume, what formula you use to find the volume of an object. I'm going to show you the anchor chart we're going to use for this lesson. You'll have some practice problems to do with me now in this video, and then on your own on Google Classroom, you will do an Edulastic practice and then have an exit ticket after we meet tomorrow. Okay, so we are going to talk about these unit cubes. You know that one of these unit cubes is just what the volume of one would be 1 cubic unit. Okay, when you combine them to make larger shapes, then your volume changes. You add all those cubic units together to find the volume of an object. Okay, so if you remember, the volume of an object is the amount of space in a 3D object. And the formula you use is length times width times height, or the base area times height. So in 4th grade, you found the area. You learned about area. You know area is length times width. Well, in 5th grade, we're adding a 3rd dimension to that. So you have your length times your width for area. Now we're adding height into that, which makes the formula for volume. And that's going to be in cubic units because you have length times width times height, 3 different measures, so that will be in cubic units. All right, let me show you this anchor chart. All right, this is the anchor chart I prepared for today's lesson. Just as a review, the volume is a measure of how much space a solid object takes up. So the formula, again, is length times width times height, or you can find the base area, which is your length and your width, and times that by the height of the object, and you will have your volume. Okay, so here I did a 3D object, and I wanted to show you, some of you are confused about what numbers you use for each measure. So the length is how long the object is, okay? And then you have your width. So usually the length is in the front of the object and the width is on the side. You would multiply these two numbers first to find your area, your base area, and then multiply it by the height of the object, which you usually find going up and down in the back of the object. Sometimes it can be found in the front, but know that it's the height, how tall the object is. Okay, here's a sample problem that I did for you that we can discuss right now. Now, what I left off is the unit of measure. So we're going to pretend that I've written feet in here on this anchor chart. So 10 feet, 8 feet, 12 feet. Okay, all right, the length of this 3D shape is 12. You can see that up front. Then the width is 8. So to find the area, I have to multiply 12 times 8. Okay, you can see that in this example. And then, of course, I have to take 12 times 8 and multiply the answer of that times 10 to get the volume. Okay, so the base area of this shape is 12 times 8, and 12 times 8 is 96. And then I take that base area and multiply it by the height of the shape, which is 10 feet. So 96 times 10 is 960 cubic feet. Okay, remember I told you I left off the unit of measure, which is feet. We're going to pretend it's there. So the volume of this shape is 960 cubic feet. The space it takes up is 960 cubic feet. All right, now we're going to do some practice problems. Go ahead and get out your paper and pencil. I want you to look at this, and I want you to pause the video. Before you pause the video, I want you to or while you have it paused, I want you to answer questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this worksheet. Answer that right now. Pause the video. I would love for you to take a picture of your work and send it to me on Google Classroom or Remind so I can see that you did it. And then after you unpause the video, I will have the answers ready for you. So go ahead and pause it and do this work, and when you're done, you can check your answers on here. All right, guys, thanks for doing that. Here are your answers to the first 4 practice problems. Here we have 6 times 3 times 8, and I got 144 cubic feet. Number 2, I have 100 cubic centimeters. Number 3, 420 cubic inches. And number 4, 1,728 cubic meters. Okay. Now, following this video, I need you to look for your Edulastic volume review to practice. We're going to meet tomorrow, Tuesday, to discuss this. And then after Tuesday's lesson, you will have your exit ticket on volume. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Please reach out to me on Remind or Google Classroom if you have any questions. See you tomorrow. Bye.